The lie out there today is that only young creators are going to make it big on YouTube. And I know I've said that before, but today we're going to talk about what I'm calling the authority advantage. Stick around for the whole video because this is really important information for over 50 creators. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm on vacation right now, but I thought it was very important to get this next video out. I'm out in the woods. It's beautiful out here, right? And so having a good time. Family's on their way. As soon as they get here, I'm not going to really have time to record, so I really wanted to get something out to you now. So let's talk today about the authority advantage and what does it really mean, right? And how do you really adapt and make it work for you. Now I've got my trusty dusty iPad and I've got notes sitting down here. I got to make sure I follow the notes because again, I'm on vacation, so I'm not thinking 100% clearly. I'm kind of chilling in the morning, having some coffee. So let's talk about what a definition of the authority advantage. And the definition realistically is your experience with life is your advantage. It's also your authority. So it truly is your authority advantage, right? If you are the subject matter expert for something at your work, whether it be construction equipment, whether it be warehouse logistics, whether it be driving a truck, whether it be, pilot, IT person like me, you have an authority advantage because you have so many years of experience doing this stuff and living life in general, right? So it really comes down to your experience really equals trust, okay? If you are experienced in something, you're going to get the trust of others very, very quickly. For instance, listen, I don't have a channel that has millions of followers, but I have another channel that is successful. So I'm on here trying to help the other over 50 creators get their channels going so they can be successful. And I think that my experience, it actually can help build trust with you. Let me tell you about my channel. I have under 10,000 subscribers, but I am monetized and I am pulling in money each month to, kind of add to or subsidy here and there, to subsidize my income. And I have my own little business that I created to protect myself. And we're going to get into a lot more of that as we go by week. But I think the reason you should trust me is, number one, I didn't start my other channel that was successful or is successful because I just got done filming another video for that channel. I didn't start that channel until I was 52 years old. So I was over 50. I've lived this for the last 2 years, okay? I'm not so out of touch with what it takes to get there as a over 50 creator because I'm still within that 2 years. And believe me, I am still learning. Every single day I'm learning something new. So just remember, when you speak from decades of experience, you become the expert. You become who people trust. If you were going to go and see a dentist about an implant, would you want a dentist who just got out of dental school, or would you want somebody who's done 400 implants? I can tell you who I want to go to. I want to go to the guy that's done 400. So with that, we're going to talk about how you bring this authority advantage and use it to your advantage. So one of the things you can do is you can go deep into a topic instead of wide. Let me explain that. My other channel is about veterans and the VA and benefits and healthcare, etc. I could go wide. I could go absolutely wide. Look, the VA covers this and this and this. And then, you're eligible for the home loan, and you're eligible for this, and you're eligible for VRE, and you're eligible for health care. And I can go wide, but I don't choose to. And the reason I don't choose to is because of all the years of experience that I have going through the VA process for benefits and for healthcare, et cetera. I will pick a topic and say, we're going to dive deep into that. Like, how do you go and make sure that everything that you have documented at the VA, or how do you move all of your prescriptions to the VA? How do you change doctors at the VA? It seems easy to do. It's not. Seems like it would be something like, hey, I'm just going to choose a different doctor. The VA is a bureaucratic government agency. Just remember that. So I can go deep into those topics. Now, when it comes to the over 50 creator content, listen, I can go deep into what the first 2 years are like. The first year was rough, okay? It took a lot out of me. I did get monetized in a year. In just under a year, quite honestly. That's 4,000 hours of watch time, over 1,000 subscribers. I was monetized, right? But it took 3 months after that for me to even realize any kind of income from that, because there's a $100 threshold, and my videos weren't growing that quickly. And I realized what I was doing was I was going wide. I wasn't going deep. So I started going deeper and deeper and deeper with my veteran videos. And as I got more and more comfortable in front of the camera, and as I felt like I didn't have to spend 3 hours editing, I just pop it in there and throw it out there and call it good. Listen, life became a whole lot easier, and it became a whole lot better. Quite honestly, you can use that to your advantage. The other thing that we have that the younger generation probably struggles a whole lot more with than we did. And I'm speaking to Gen X and before, obviously, but hear me out. We can own our own on-camera presence, okay? Basically, we can be confident. We don't have to apologize. As a matter of fact, if you're Gen X, I think you've learned how to not apologize for the last 50 plus years, right? So you don't have to apologize for your experience. Don't ever apologize for having the experience. This is your ability. This is your authority, is your experience. So use that to your advantage, right? So you can address your audience like you're a mentor, or you're a friend having coffee with them, or you're sitting down and you're saying, hey, tell me about what's going on in your life. And they say, hey, I'm struggling with what I would start a YouTube channel talking about. And I go, great, let's talk about your authority advantage. What are you the subject matter expert of? What have you done to go figure out what is your professional skills? What are your personal skills? What are your hobbies? And what do you love? What are you passionate about, right? We can develop that stuff. But don't apologize for having 30, 40, 50 years of experience in something, because that's what makes you unique, right? The other thing that we have is, quite honestly, we need to leverage the decades of experience that we have. Now, if I were to go in and start a completely different channel today, I would probably start it on tech and logistics intersection, okay? And the reason why is because I have, for a very large tech company, my job is to ensure that we are fulfilling product out of warehouses that is customer owned already, that needs to have, Windows put on it, or the Mac OS needs to be put on it. And then it needs to be, made sure that it ships out to the correct person in the correct time. And it needs to make, to fit the service level agreements that we have. It also, also in the service, we take back devices. So it's called joiners and leavers in the world, right? So you have a joiner, somebody who joins your company. You have a leaver, somebody who leaves your company, okay? So when you have a leaver in the world, somebody, starts a job, they quit their job 6 months later, they're like, oh, this company sucks, whatever. They leave, And so what we do in the service that I run operations on is that we send out a shipping label and we send out a box and packing materials and we tell them how to pack it. They pack it, slap the label on it, give it to the carrier, and the carrier brings it back to our service. Our service looks at it. We see if there's life left on it, right? Because laptops and desktops and servers and everything else have a lifespan of 3 to 5 to 7 years, right? And then we make a decision of whether it can be reused for another employee so that companies get their money's worth. Listen, I can go deep into that subject. That was just an example of if I was going to start another channel, which I don't plan on because I really want to concentrate. I'm going to keep my concentration on my veterans, but I really want to concentrate on helping others over 50 get into this world of YouTube. The other thing about your authority advantage, and this is what I'm going to close with, okay? The other thing about your authority advantage is that you don't have to worry about the trends that all the young folks are doing. You don't have to worry about, how do I say it? You don't have to worry about being one of the Tide Pod, generation. We're not the Tide Pod generation. We were way too smart to do that stuff. But what you can do is you can take those years of experience that you have and say, this is what I'm really smart at. This is what I really want to concentrate on. This is what I'm going to share as my experience in this. And you can use that to your advantage and put it out there for the world to learn from. Believe me, if you don't think there's an audience, there will be. There's a guy out there who films videos right now. He's in his 60s, and he didn't start until he was either late 50s or early 60s. And what he did was he shows how to do woodworking. That's all he does. He has got horrible video production, but he's got 100,000 followers, or 100,000 subscribers. The guy makes a paycheck doing this, right? Use your authority. Use what you know. There is a niche out there that is looking for your content. Somebody wants to see your content. All right, cool. Stick around. We're going to have more videos every week. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Have a great day. See ya.